So in the last lecture, we have seen one method which is find elements. If you remember. So today, so now we will see how we can handle drop down in the today's lecture. So if I enter something here, so based on this one, some data will be loaded. So what I want to do, I want to select any data from this. So how we can do with the help of Selenium? First, let me open the website. The website will open, and after that, first the idea what I will capture each and every data. Total how many data? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will capture all the data using one common XPath or CSS. So if you see, as of now we are here. Let me check where this box is present, where all the data is present. So it is present here. So if I expand this, all the data is present inside this. So I will write one XPath so that we can identify our drop down. So now we are here. And if I say UL, one more UL, now we are here. And if I say one more LI, so now it will highlight each and every data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I want to see where this text is present, I can go inside. If you see, if I go one more, if I go one more, so here the text is present. So I am here, I want to reach here. So how I can go? Slash span 2 times and slash b. Slash span, slash span 2 times and slash b. So now you can see our data is highlighted. Okay, but here, if I do like this, so now you can see it is highlighting each and every data. So till now it is clear to everyone how we are writing the XPath. So our all the data will be highlighted. Is it clear to everyone?
No, can you please explain again?
See, what I'm trying to do, I want to select any data from this drop down. It can be anything like this one or this one or this one, anyone. So first I will write one CSS or XPath in such a way that will highlight all this, all the data. So because once it will highlight all the data, I will use get text method to fetch the text. This is what I am trying to do. So to do that, first I will write one common XPath. Like if I, how I can write. So first, if I do like this, it is the entire box. Inside this, all our data will be present. And after that, inside this, our all the data is present, which is watches for men, watches for girls, watches for women. So from this, I will try to go inside. So after that, it is slash ua. So I will get inside slash ua. Now we are here. If I go inside one more time, which is slash li. If I say slash li, so now all our data is present inside this, which is watches, second one is this, third one is this. Likewise, this is the hierarchy. So, but I want to reach to this particular text. So I can say inside this where watches is present, inside this, here the watches is present. So if I write XPath till here, even then if I apply get text will have the ability to pull this text. So I will write XPath till here. So as of now I am here, so I will say /span two times. So this we have already discussed how we can traverse from parent to child in CSS, sorry, in XPath and CSS. So now I have written the XPath. So if I hit enter, it is highlighting our text. So once I will apply get text, that will fetch the text of each and every element. So this is I am trying to do. Is it clear now?
Yep.
So now we have in the last lecture we have discussed one method which is find elements, because I need to find all the elements. So how we have to find with the help of XPath. XPath is this, and the return type we have discussed in the last lecture is list of web element. I can say it is items. So it will give me all the items, and after that I will use one for loop. So let me first calculate total size. Int count of links equals to total size will be items dot size. So import the package. Then I will import, and this one I will. Okay. So now I will run one for loop that will run from I equals to 0 to I less than. It should be count, and then I will increment the I. And inside that, what I am trying to do, this items will have all the data. This items will have all the data. From that, I will get the data one by one based on the value of I. So value of I will start from 0, and after that I will say once you will get the web element, get me the text. So the text will be in the form of a string. If I say string text equals to this, and after that I will print. So let us see in debug mode how it is working, then it will be clear. So I am debugging this program. So it will first enter, so it will throw error. Why it will throw error? Because I am not sending any data here. So let me first send some data. So to send some data into it, I will write send keys method. Input type equals to text. So first let me send some data. Now this will be highlighted. Copy this export, first send some data. Let me send any other data. And once I will enter purchase, it will take around 2 seconds or 1 second to load the list. So I am putting 3.sleep. So it is a Java part. 3.sleep basically will stop your script for that amount of milliseconds you will pass here. So if I say 2000, it will be 2 seconds. So let me put 2 seconds. I am putting it because once I will enter some data into the text box, list will take some time to load. So if I run this now in debug mode, let us see what will happen. So now once it has opened the result, this will capture all the result because I have written the XPath in such a way. So you can see how it has captured the result. Total it has captured 0 to 9 because if you see total 10 elements are here 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So at index number 0 this will be present, at index number 1 this will be present, at 2 this will be present, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So this is how all the data will be present index wise. So at index number 0 this will be present. So I am first calculating the count, so count will be 10. So this for loop will run 0 to 9, which is 10 times. And I am saying from these items, get me the item at index number 0 because I value will be 0 first time. I value will be 0. And I'm saying get the text of that element. So it will give you watches. Watches will be there, right? Similarly for next uh, the items in the sequence, it will give I equals to 1, I equals to 2, then 3, then 4. So this is how we are printing each and every data. Is it clear to everyone? And after that,
Yep.
is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So our task is not to print the data. Our task is not to print the data. Our task is to click on that particular data. Like if I say this one I want to click, last one. So I will copy this text and here I will write one for if condition. What is the if condition? If the condition is like this one, this dot equals, if the text which we are getting, here I am getting the text dot equals, if the text is equals to this one, I need to click on the particular text. So this I want to, then I will say then I will say items dot get of I dot click. This time I want to, I'm saying get me the item and click on that element. And after that I will break my for loop. So to break the loop, because I'm breaking it, so that we, let me take some other so that I can explain. Let me explain this.
Sumit,
Yeah.
can we select element based on the index number?
Which one?
You search for watches brands, right?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is in index 9. So can we search in element by using index value?
Yeah, you can say if equals to 0, like you can say instead of this. First let me complete this and then I will search by
Yeah.
index. Okay.
Okay.
So
Right.
I am just saying that if it is equals to, see, there is a reason why I am searching with the text. Let me tell you in a while. First let us see how it is working. So I am going to click on this particular element. So how this code will behave. So index number 0, I equals to 0. Text will be watches. So these are equal, condition false. We will again run. Now what is the text? Text should be watches for men. Again it will be false. But when I equals to 2, I equals to value 2. Now the text will be watches for girls. So condition true, we will come inside. And again I am saying from these items, get me the item at index number 2, get me the item at index number 2, and also click on that item. So if I execute this statement, as of now, where is the window? Window is here. But once I execute this statement, you will see it has searched for the particular item, right? And after that, I am using break statement because our task is done. I do not need to run my for loop at the till the end. So I will say break, so it will come out to the for loop. So this is how we can pass any data which is present and we can select. So suppose if you want to, I want to click on that index equals to C. So you can put a check like if I equals to index. If it is equal, then select on the. So if you see, if I watches, let me go back. So let me run the program. It will click on the basis of index. So index number is 3. So let us see whether it will click the fourth element or not. So it should click fourth element. So you can count here. Once it will write watches. What is the fourth element? So it is watches for women. So it has clicked on that fourth index. So is it clear now how we can click by index?
Yes.
Okay.
So let us see. So I hope this part is clear how we are using this to handle.
So how the index got 3 value? I think the
Yeah, I have defined it.
okay.
You can change it 4 or 5, your choice. Okay. So if you see this website, if I write anything here, like if I say MOB, right? So it will give me some data like this. So now I want to.
We can see only your Yahoo website, not Amazon.
We can see only.
I can see it is stuck on Yahoo page.
Is it for everyone?
Yes. Now it's
Now it
okay.
is Amazon. Yeah.
Okay, I think your internet connection might be the issue. Now it is visible Amazon.
Yes.
Okay, so once I will write MOB, you will see some data listed here, similarly to Yahoo. Now I want to click any data, like mobile holder or mobile, whatever it is. So first I will try to inspect. But if you see here, when I will right click, this data will disappear. In case of Yahoo, the data was not disappearing. But here, if I try to inspect, right click, it will disappear. So how we can handle such, how we can inspect it? First, let me right click. So what you have to do, the trick is go to sources tab, and like if I say MOB, once this data will appear, press F8 from your keyboard. Press F8. Now this script, now this web page is paused. So once it is paused, now you can easily inspect it. It will not disappear. So now you can see inside this we are having, it is highlighting the entire box. Inside this we are having all the data. If I say this, if I say this, inside this all our data is present. So if I write one XPath from here, starting from here, div at the data ID equals to suggestions. Now we are here highlighting the entire box, and I want to reach again to the names. So if I say slash div one time, slash div, now we are here, and if I say slash div one more time, it is slash div one more time. Now it is highlighting the entire rows one by one. All the data is highlighted, but I want to reach to the name where the name is present. So if I go inside, and one more thing, like if even if I write the here, you can see MOB is present here, and if I talk about the second one, if I expand it, if I talk about this one, mobile holder for bikes. So where is mobile? So they have written like this: MOB, then ILE holder for bikes. So you do not need to write the, because we are going to apply the get text, so that you might think that I need to write the XPath till span or this span. Basically, even if you write the XPath till here, and if you apply get text, automatically get text will fetch the data, which means this text, even if it's present outside the attribute I'm talking about. Otherwise, you have to use the get attribute, which we have already seen. So now I will write the XPath till here. You can see it is highlighting the entire box, right? And if I copy this XPath, first let me do one thing. Let me share this code so that you can work. So let me share from here to here. So guys, please copy this code so you can try that. So I've shared the code. So similarly, first let me open the Amazon website. So it is hash ID CSS shortcut. So now what I do, I will change this. This is our CSS selector, and I will send MOB, and if I, there is one more we have to do change. This one we have written. So I will use it in the find elements. So remove this. Every code will be same apart from the XPaths. So this will change. And then if I run that program, so Amazon website, let us open Amazon. So you can click this, so it will. And if I debug this, So now you can see we are here. It will send MOB. So it should send. So what is the data? Data should be loaded. So now data is loaded like this. And this find elements, I have written the XPath in such a way that it will highlight all the data. So it will capture all the data. So if you see this, total elements it has captured. So you can also count. If you want to count the total data is, if I see the count will be 10. The total 10 data is present here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So it has captured all the data. Now I am saying index is 5 so that I can click. It will run one by one. So at index number 0, the text will be. Okay, so I think some issue in debugging here again. Let me do one thing. Let me print it. Let me put debugger here and run it again. So now it should enter MOB.
In the code you written hash right for CSS selector.
Which one? This one? Yeah.
For CSS selector, syntax is not that one, right? Like it was start with the attribute name.
So this is a CSS shortcut as we have discussed. Can anyone clarify whether we have discussed the shortcut or not? I think I remember.
No.
Yeah,
I
correct,
think
correct. It is fine. For ID, it is hash. For class, it is dot shortcut.
Yeah. Correct, Abdul. So you can please rewind the previous lecture. It is
Yeah,
about
okay.
CSS shortcut. Okay.
Okay.
So after that, if I click this, you can see what happened here. I have given that it has printed the text. You can see mobile is 10.
Your screen is not sharing. It is stuck when you're loading.
It is for everyone.
Yes, it is for everyone.
Now it's okay.
Okay, so guys, please let me know if any such issue came in between. So I hope it is now visible. So it has captured like mobile stand, then mobile holder for car, then bikes. Then if you see what is the index, I have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it here the condition will match. Condition will match because index is 5. I equals to also 5. Now I am saying from this get me the index at get me the data presented at index number 5. So if you count the index from 0 here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be clicked. So if I say this one, so I think this pop-up is missing. If I am trying to, you should not click that while inspecting because this list is uh, missing. List is disappearing again and again. So better to run it in run mode. So you will see that it will click that particular index number. You can see it as click the particular mobile under 7000. If you give some other index, or better to give the name which like we have given in the X path, sorry, in the if condition, like if I say 6, so it will click the element at 6 index. So this is how you can handle these kinds of drop down. So one error came, I think. Actually, not any error. We have to put some wait. So after once it will enter mobile, list will take at least 1 second to load. So let me put some wait. If I run it, so what will happen if you do not put? After execution of this, list will still loading, but this will be executed. So it will capture 0 element. Let me run this. So now it has clicked on this index number, whatever we have given. So now this is clear to everyone. Is it clear to everyone?
Yeah, yeah.
We have just changed the XPath and the rest of the code is same. So now we can see, let us see if we can enter the web table. So basically,
Sumit,
yeah,
can you once show how did you hold the drop down value on Amazon? You went to source and you clicked on something, right? Form.
how you uh, post this website.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So once it will, if you see right click, it will disappear. So what I've done for all the website that will be common. If you face an issue anywhere, you can just click
No,
on sources.
no, we are not seeing your screen yet.
Your screen sharing has stopped.
I think that might be some net issue. Now it is visible. Let me know.
No,
No, we have seen that Selenium screen and your start menu.
Let me know again. Okay, I am coming.
Okay.
Now my screen visible.
yes,
So I am on the Amazon. So someone is asking that how we can pause this, right? Now go to sources tab and click here or just be here. Press F8 from your keyboard. So now it will be paused. So this is how you can pause. Is it clear?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let us come to this website. It shows the total number of cases and they also keep on updating the cases. So basically what we have to do, so if I run this, so I am doing this, I am opening this table in the separate page because it takes a lot of time to load this page. Once I will run that, this page will take at least 2 minutes. So to avoid wasting the time, I am opening this table link directly in the other window. So now this is the table. And as a tester, like suppose I'm a manual tester. So what manual tester will do? Manual tester will have to check whether the sum of So basically this gray line is for this one first row, second blue one is for the active cases, third one green one is for the recovered cases, and the total number of deaths encountered is this one. And what is this 32688 and the below red number? So it is the sum of these numbers, right? For first one, this is this one. For second one, this is this one, right? So now as a tester, I want to validate whether every day the total count of the sum, total count of the cases, like total count of the cases here, should be equal to this one, because our website should work correctly. Otherwise, you cannot show the incorrect data to the user. So basically, I'm just checking every day that whether the cases sum these cases starting from here to here. I'm talking about only first row. You can do it for the rest. So whether it is equals to the this number or not. So how we can do that? First, let me open the URL. So let me remove this. This will be same. So this is our URL. So after hitting the URL, our next step to write one XPath. I want to get all the data. I'm talking about this first number only as of now. I want to get this data, this data, this data. So first let's write one common locator for that. That will highlight the entire cases in the first row. So how we can write? So it is highlighting the entire table. It is highlighting the entire table, and first let us come to this first one, second one. Now we have to start from here because our data is present here. So I will say table class equals to, again I am writing, you can see table @ class. So now we are on the complete table, but I want to go to the first case. So where is the case present? It is present inside tbody, because our cases are present inside tbody, notthead. So I will go to tbody. I will simply say tbody. Now we are here, and if you see, first row is present here, second row, third row, like that. This is the hierarchy, fourth, fifth. So I am here. I want to go to this, so I will say /tr. Now we are here, right? So it is basically, it has highlighted all the entry. So if I hit enter, it will highlight each and every row. But I want to get the first data only, not the entire row. So I will again come to this particular place, how we can reach. So as a tr, now we are on the first row. If I expand this, so first is this Maharashtra text is highlighting, and on the second one this is. So I want to reach to the second one. So I will say /td of 2, because there are multiple td texts are present. So I will say td of 2. Now we are here. If I expand this, here this number is present and this number is present. Okay. So what I can do, I will say /p. Now we are here. So now I have written the XPath till here, right? And this is the number. So basically, how the get text will work, here the get text will find two data. One is this one is this text, and one second is this text. So basically it will going to return both the data, right? So first tell me that, are you able to get how we have written the XPath?
Yes.
You can
Why you did TD2? Like
here
after T for did TR, then why you did TD2?
see,
Do you have it?
if you see this,
After TR it should be TD, right?
inside inside every tr there are 1 2 3 4 5 td every tr. So I want to go to the specific one only. That's why I say td of 2, because td of 2 will have this data. You can say td of 2 will have this data, td of 3 this data. If I say td of 3, now this is our data. This is our data.
Yeah. Okay.
So as of
Yeah.
now,
Thank you.
let us take only td of 2. You can try with some other data when you practice. So there we are, tbody slash tr/td of 2, and after that, once we are inside td, I will reach here. So if I say /p, that will select my /p. Now it has selected the data. But if you see here, it is selecting your only this first number. But once you apply get text will going to fetch all the data that is present inside this. So this one is present and as well as this is present. So if you see that we are able to highlight each and every number here. And now I will use find elements again because multiple data is present. So find elements, copy this XPath, and here write driver dot find elements 5 dot XPath. Path is this we have created, and the return type will be again same, list of web element, you can say cases. And here if I say I will say int count of cases, count is cases dot size. And now I will use one for loop that we have used earlier, same step, which will run from count 0 to count, increment the value of I. And here inside I will say this will have all the cases in the form of web element. So cases dot get of I dot get text. Now the return type will be string again, as the numbers are in the form of a string. Now I will print it. Let me debug the program. If I debug this program, so now we are here. So what is the case number 1? Case number 1 is this. So at index number 0, this will be present 2953523. So you can see, as I have told, that even if you have written the XPath, till here, as this is also present inside this, we have written the XPath till here /p, but these two data is present, so both the text will be fetched and they will be displayed like this. And if you see the text here, if you are able to see first number, after that /n. So basically /n will going to change the line. /n will basically change the line, and this is the data representation after changing the line. Similarly for the other data, it will print, and after that if you see, second text will be this, but /n is present here, backward /n, and after that this data will be printed. But my task is to calculate the sum of only these numbers, first one, not the other. So how we can do? So what I will do, let node print it. If you see this, /n is coming here. /n is coming between the two number, that is changing the line. So after that, I will use /n to split the number. So there is one split method in Java. So I can provide /n. So I want to separate the number based on /n. So it will return me one string array. So let me capture that. So what will happen if you debug it again? Table will open, and after that text. But here the text is in the form of /n. So I'm saying split this text based on /n. The first number will have 29,53523, and the second one will have 49,447. So if you see this, what is the array variable will have? This is our first number, and this is our second number. Now I want to get this number, first number only. So what I can say? I will say string is number equals to array of 0. Simply I will say this one. And now if I print this case number, it will print only one number. So this is the logic I have applied, and if I run this, you can see only first number is present up till 740. Is it clear to everyone how we are printing the first element till 740? I hope it is clear.
Yep.
Now I want to calculate the addition of all the number and verify whether it is equals to this particular number or not. This one. So how we can do? First, if you see we are having commas in the number, I want to remove that number. Then only I can do the addition. So again I will apply after case number. I will say case number dot replace all is one method. Basically I will provide, I want to replace all the comma in the number. So this will have the number one by one. This will have this number, and I will say replace it with empty space. So that will remove the comma, and I will say string new case number equals to this, and after that I will that. So it will basically remove the commas from the number, all the commas from the each and every number, and if I print it, so you can see this time no commas between the number, right? Because I'm using replace all method. So this replace all is clear to everyone.
So why we can't add when the comma is still present in numbers?
Why?
Why we cannot add the number when the comma is present? Why do we need to remove the commas?
Because comma is not an integer, so this is the reason. We can add only integer. Now how it will understand that comma will, we have to add the comma as well.
Okay.
So better to remove it. So now you see I got this number. Again there is an issue. The issue is this is a string. I want to add an integer value, not the string, because right. So again what I will do, I will convert all the number into integer. So there is one integer class in Java which is integer is a class, value of is a method, and here I will provide that string number. That number is in the form of a string, and it will return me the integer value. So I'll say int cases. Let me give some other name, int cases, and after that I will provide cases here, right? So it will again print the same data, but it will again print in this fashion, same, but the number will be integer. So now I can add the number. So instead of printing it, I will take one some variable. Now sum equals to 0. So let me declare this variable, and I will say sum equals to sum plus cases, and after for loop execution I will system.out.println total cases are equals to sum. If I run this program, it will one by one calculate the sum. This time we should see this number in our output. So if you see, just assume if you have to do this task manually every day, you have to add total 36 number every day. But here the code will do this for us very fast. So you can see 12485509. 12485509. So after that, what you can do, you can try for this one, or this one. After that, you can put one if else condition, fetch this text using get text, and apply if else condition whether the two are similar or not. So this can be an assignment for you. You can do that, right?
Yeah. So assignment is like comparing the
Yeah.
number on the top and the sum which we get.
Also try for this red one. So if you want to get this red one, how you can do red one? If you see, I am splitting the number here. First 0 index, 1 index. So if I say 1, now all the data will be, if I run this again, we should see this 93249 in our output. So this is for second number. Similarly, you can do this for this one and this one. You can practice. So 93249 should be our output. So this is the same, right? So let me share this code. So let us discuss one more topic, which is so you can copy it from here. Okay, I have pasted the code. So I hope this is clear to everyone, so that we can see one more. So if you see, there is one departure and return. Return is coming. If I click this, it will open one calendar. So on many websites, you will find these kinds of calendar. So from that, I want to select one date. Like I want to select February 22, 10 February 2022. Like that, I will select. So this is manually. So let us check let us do that, how we can do this with the help of Selenium, right? Selenium code. So first, let me open the URL. So I am removing this code I have shared. You can copy from there. So here I will say, so this is the GoIView website, and after that I want to open this calendar. So calendar can be opened when I will click on this button, whatever it is. If I want to click on this, or you can click from here as well, I think. So right, so I can click this icon, calendar icon. So let me take this one. So can we write CSS for this? So CSS is dot class name. Put one dot, class name we know, but class name have the space, so remove space with dot. Now it is our CSS, but two elements are matching. So let me take div class equals to div. Let me write XPath. So now total one element is matching, right? Which is this calendar. So that I can click on that. So copy this. So I will say driver dot get, and I will say driver dot find element by dot XPath. So this will open the calendar for me. So let us check first whether it is opening the calendar. So once calendar will open, we will use one while loop. So it should open departure calendar by clicking on it. So once this will load completely, then only it will click. So it has clicked on this, right? So by default, this is I think this is current date. This is I think 5 April today. 5 April. But I want to select this date, which is like I want to select March 2022, 10th March 2022. So first, what we have to do? First, I need to click on this button. so that I can reach to this particular year. First, our task is to reach to this particular year by clicking on this. Like I want to select this May 2022. So again, I will first get this May 2022, which I want to. So if you inspect this February 2022, so this is the text. So I can write one XPath to fetch the text, or you can write CSS, Control C, Control F, div class. So let me write CSS. You are writing XPath every time. So now 1 out of 1 element is matching. I want to reach here, or even if you write the CSS till here, it will still get, because this is the child of this one. So get text works in this manner that even if you write the CSS till here or XPath till here, and you apply get text, it will pull the text, right? So anyways, let us write till here. So as it is a CSS, so I will say greater than sign and div. Now we are here. So even if I change it to some other like mask, you will see our CSS is able to identify this text that is keep on changing. Suppose I want to select March 2023. So I will copy this, and here if you see, I will use one while loop. So first use one while loop, and here inside that while loop, provide one bracket, and here I will write driver dot find element, driver dot find element by dot CSS selector. What is the CSS which we have created? CSS is this one, right? So here what I'm trying to do, let me write it outside. First let me write right side, and once I will identify my web element, I will say get text. I'm just fetching the text that is coming every time on the calendar. So this whole line, I'm going to, so basically which text we are getting? We are getting this text, whatever is coming here. So I will say, I will copy this line, complete line I will copy and place it inside the while loop. So first provide one bracket, and here inside this bracket I will going to paste the line. So paste the complete line, paste it. Now once you will get this, I'll driver dot find element. So basically after get text as well, I can write one more, whether the text we are getting, is it equals to like I can say March 2023. If it is equals to this one, then we will perform some. So similarly, same thing I am writing here, dot equals March 2023. If it is equals, then I will perform some uh, operation here. So this part is clear to everyone what we are trying to do. I'm just comparing. I want to select March 2023 year. So that's why I'm giving like this. Is it clear to everyone? Okay. So after that, if you see, I want to suppose by default calendar will be opened for April. By default will be open for. By default, this is how we have seen already. Now I want to compare this text. If this April 2021, if it is not equals to March 2023, I will click on this button. I will keep on clicking this button. I will keep on clicking this button till I reach March 2023. So where is March 2023? I will keep on clicking this button. Now I have to stop here, right? So to click on this button, let me write one, you can say locator. So locator is span area label equals to next month. Span XPath, let me write area. So unique XPath I have written. You can see it is highlighting. Copy this. To this, and I will write driver dot find element by dot XPath. This is the next button. It will keep on clicking. I will use click method. Now what will happen if I debug this program? Let me debug. So some error. Let me comment this line. And if I debug this, okay, so some error. Is this XPath correct? So XPath is correct. Path is correct. Let me run it again.
Maybe it is dynamically changing every time you run the value of the class.
Which one?
The value of the class, maybe it is dynamically changing some of the values, some of the
Let me refresh
cat.
it. Let me try to refresh and search again. The page is refreshed. Now still we are getting one element. It is not changing. Let me run it again. Let me put some 3 dots leave. So let me not put. So I need to let me leave. Okay, let me run in debug mode, in a run mode. Earlier I think it was working yesterday in the other batch. I don't know why it is not working. But I think it will run in easy run mode. So it should click whatever the logic I have written. It should click on next button until I will reach March 2023. Now it has clicked. But here it is not clicking on next button. So what is the reason here? There is one issue. So for the very first time, it will fetch this April 2021, right? Let me also show you. If I so the reason why I'm not clicking on the next button is because once it is getting this April 2021, it is comparing. This line will get April 2021 till here. So April 2021 is not equals to this March 2023. So condition will become false and we will never go inside our while loop. So what I can do, I will put one not operator. So even if the condition will become false, we will go inside. And suppose there will be one time when the March 2023 will be equal to March 2023. So in that case, condition will become true. But as it is the not operator, it will become false and you will see we will land on March 2023. So if I run this now, let me try putting debugger here or here. Let us see whether we are able to debug it. This time I have put one not operator so that we can go inside our while loop. So now you can see we are able to debug. Earlier some issues coming. So what happens for the first time? What is the text it is fetching? It is April 2021. You can see here April 2021. So the same line, this same line, I have written here as well. But here I am just comparing. So once it will get the text is month is April 2021. So is it equals to March 2023? Condition will become false. Condition false. But as I am putting one not operator, this while condition will become true and we will come inside. So this is how the loop will work. While loop works. If it is found true inside, we will come inside. Now I will click on this next button. This is our. It will click on next button. So now you can see it will be May 2021. You can see it has clicked on next button. And it will keep on clicking to the next button till it reaches this March 2023. What will happen once? Let me just what will happen once this get text will fetch March 2023 and the condition will become true. But here I am defining not operator. Condition will become false and we will come out of the while loop. So if I just run this program without any debugger, you will be able to see. You can see it is keep on clicking till it reaches March 2023 and then it will stop. Now you can see condition true, condition become true, but due to the not operator, condition become false and we will come out of the while loop. Is it clear to everyone how we are doing this?
Yeah, correct.
So our first task is done. Now I want to select any particular date from here. 1 to 31, I want to select any date. So for date, you have any calendar like this. So if I inspect, try to inspect the HTML code for the date, let me take up or some other month. If I inspect it, so this is the class. Can I use this class? Let us check. So shortcut is dot class name for CSS dot class name. So it is able to highlight some dates. So 1, 1, 2. Let me see. But we do not want to go. We do not want this one. Or we can use. Let me write div. See, I do not want to get this disabled date. I think it is coming from the previous one. So let me write div class. So now total 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 20. So till 30, right? Similarly, if I navigate to some other month, code will be same. Like if I go August, if I hit enter, total 31 this time. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So similarly for some other month, this our XPath will remain the same, like this one. So from 1 to 31, total 31 dates are visible. Continues this one. Please put yourself on mute. Some disturbance is coming. So this is the CSS I have written. Copy this, and again we want to get all the dates. So I can use find elements by .css selector. That will give me all the dates, and I will capture that in one list of type web element. This is the return type. Again same dates, and I will say int total dates equals to dates dot size. Again same step, dot size. Now I will use one for loop so that I can get all the dates. That will run from I equals to 0 to I equals to total dates. Again same step, dates, and I will increment the value of I. And here this will have all the dates. So I will get the date one by one. String text equals to dates dot get of I dot get of text. And if I print the date, it will simply print. But we do not want to print it. But first let us see whether it is printing. So let me give it as some other, like I can say March 2022. If I say March, or here I will say May. So let us see what will happen. So it will keep on clicking the next button up till May 2022. So let us see how it is clicking. So some error came. Okay. Let me run in debug in the run mode. So I think it might be the case that it is changing. Let me write some other XPath that is failing again and again. Let me write some other XPath. So this is the reason, if you are having a very big class name, you should not choose that class name. Here it is, so I want to reach here. So let me get what is the parent of this. So to get the parent of this one, I want to know what is the parent of this yellow line. I want to know what is the parent of this yellow line. So I can say slash dot dot. So this is the parent. But parent is again having some class name. Let me Let me try for this. I class equals to A. So two elements are matching, so I can say 1 as this is the X path. So I'm assuming that this will not change frequently. So and if I run this now, so I think the reason why it is failing is because of this pop-up. Not sure. This pop-up. So test click. Now it will come till May 2022. Now once it will reach here, it should print all the dates. So dates are from 1 to 31. So it has also printed all the date. So now I want to click on any particular date and select it. Suppose I want to click on 18. How we can do? Now I do not want to print the date. I want to click on that. So let me comment it. I will write simple if condition just like we did it earlier. If the text which is having the date is equals to like 18. If it is equals to 18, then I will say dates dot get of I dot click. And after that I will come out of the for loop in break statement because I do not want to waste my for loop right after my task is done. So this time 18th May 2022 should be selected. 2022, right? 2000. So if I run it, 18th May 2022 should be selected. You can see it as selected 18th May 2022. So this is how you can work with these kinds of calendar. Even if you write April 2023, that will also work. Let us check one more time. April. And I will select 29. I want to select 29. It will go till the end. Now it should select 29. So now our this date is selected. So this is how we can handle the calendar. And also it has printed the dates which it came across because I have given detail inside that. So is it clear to everyone?
Yes, yes.
So I am sharing this code so you can copy from it. So it has printed till. So now you can copy from here. So let me know once you can copy so that, because once I will exit, I think this will disappear. So that's all for today in this session.
Sumit, I have one question.
Yeah.
So this is regarding the pop-ups. So on some of the websites, when we launch, a pop-up comes up, either it's for location or for anything else. So is there a way we can close those pop-up and then continue with our search operation?
Which kind of pop-ups?
So like if you remember on the Flipkart site
Let me open Flipkart.
last week, yeah. So on the Flipkart site, when you click on login,
Yeah, so I have not we handled that. I think we handled that if I remember. Please just you will that login or sign you are saying, na? Let me open that.
yeah. So click on login, then it will show a pop-up to give you the pin code or something.
This one?
Number, no, not this one. So
Okay,
I'll
you
find it out like which.
find it, find it.
But it was discussed during one of the classes. But when you were closing it manually
Yeah,
during
it was the
our
pop-up, I
lesson.
remember. I was closing manually.
Yeah. So where is it now?
So we need to launch this website again so that we can open.
Yeah. So I remember it now. So when we gone to the website, we searched for, let's say, watches, and then it was showing a pop-up for pin code.
So the pop-up should come now. This one?
Yeah. Yeah, so we close this manually and then we continue with our search. So how to handle this? Like how to close this using,
You can use this
is
mode.
there any
To
locator?
do it manually, you have to click on cross button. So right one expand to cross button or CSS. Inspect this.
Okay.
So this is the cross button. So you can use this one. Div class equals to this. Okay.
Okay, so we need to handle it using locators, right? Mm-hmm.
Dash button. So now this is highlighted. And if I copy paste and we click on that, driver dot final limit dot path dot click. Now if I run it, let us see.
Mm-hmm.
It should close. So now it is closed. Is it clear?
Yes, thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, guys. So thanks for attending the session.
Thank you.